Right. Right. Want to remember these right two words: aflatoxin and solanin. Right. If right with the food right containing fungi, right. Uh, ආයුර්වේද ආහාර වල හැදෙන්නේ right aflatoxin, want to remember that. And potatoes with green colored skin, right, it produces solanin. Solanin, want to remember those two words, aflatoxin and solanin, right. And avoid using metal containers to store pickles, no need to write, right. uh, right, that why is that අය අපි කියන්නේ අච්චාරු එහෙම right ඔය aluminium වඩුවල තියන්න එපා කියලා, why is that, why is it not good? අපි අච්චාරු right ඒ වගේ chutney right වගේ හදලා ලෝහ භාජන වල දාන්නේ නෑනේ, but we don't use metal containers, why? මොනවද අපි හැදෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ? acetic acid, don't you know that, right? අපි අච්චාරු එහෙම හදලා ඒ ඇලුමිනියම් භාජන වල දාන්නේ නෑනේ, why is that? It's not good even, right. We don't put even a spoon, right. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ප්ලාස්ටික් ඒ කියන්නේ ලෝහ ඒ හැඳි දාන්නෙත් නෑ, because it right it's not good because it produces acetic acid, right. In vinegar reacts with metal, aluminium or iron, right. Avoid reusing oil for deep frying. අපි තෙල් right එකම තෙලින් නැවත නැවත මදින්නත් හොඳ නැහැ කියලා කියනවනේ, why is that? Because it results in producing unfavorable chemicals. And do not use, right, normally we don't use expired food, right, food with no labels or torn labels, or food in cans with right altered shapes, right, intended or puffed up tins, right, they are not good. And do not consume food with an altered taste or smell, right. අමුතු රසක් තියෙනවා නම් right we don't normally we don't right eat those food. So want to right remember these things, right, for food hygiene, under food hygiene, right. What are new to you, right, these chemicals produced aflatoxin and right solanin, acetic acid, right, කොහොමත් aluminium එක ප්‍රතික්‍රියා කරනවා කියලා right දන්නවනේ, acetic acid, right. Remember those three terms, right. Then we know that as we grow older we do less physical activities, so our diet should contain lesser amount of energy providing food. As we grow old, the micronutrients such as micronutrients, you know, vitamins and minerals, right, vitamin B12, vitamin C, right, ඔගොල්ලෝ අහලා ඇති ගන්න parents ලා වෙනම right syrup ගන්න vitamin B, right, B12, vitamin C, right, and riboflavin, folic acid, calcium and iron, right, in our body, right, become less, so we want to have them when we grow older, වයසට යනකොට especially, right. Since then some misbeliefs related to nutrition, what are they? කෑමත් එක්ක තියෙන misbelief. Right, what are the misbeliefs in the society? Yes, where sometimes right people say it's not good to eat pineapple, right, and prawns ඉස්සු කන්න හොඳ නෑ, ඒවා උෂ්ණයි එහෙම කියනවා නේද, right, misbeliefs. And cool and heaty food is bad for health, right, cool right and රස්නේ කෑම හොඳ නෑ කියලා කියනවා, right, for health. And expensive food, that is right misbelief in the society. සමහර අය ගණන් වැඩි නම් quality එක හොඳයි කියලා කියන්නේ, that's a misbelief, right. As expensive food items right carry more nutritional value, right, That is a misbelief. And soft drinks quench the thirst faster than water. වතුරට වැඩිය right ඕගොල්ලෝ හිතනවා right cool එකක් බිව්වම තිබා right it quench the thirst තිබා නැති වෙනවා කියලා. That's a misbelief, right? Milk is considered as a complete food. Sometimes we believe right it's not a supplementary food. සමහරවිට අපි දැන් කෑම ගෙනිච්චේ නැත්නම් මිල්ක් පැකට් එකක් බිව්වම ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. No, it's not like that because that's not a supplementary food, right? Milk is not right considered as a complete food. So that is a misbelief. කිරි එකක් බිව්වම ඇති right අපි එහෙම කියනවා right no need to eat. That's not right. That's a misbelief in the society. And believing that digestion is affected during illness, therefore reducing the intake of food. Right, අසනීප වුණාම believing that digestion is affected, කෑම අඩුවෙන් ගන්නවා. That's also right. So if you ask some misbeliefs, right, තියෙන මිත්‍යා right අදහස් with the food කෑමත් එක්ක තියෙන right misbeliefs related to nutrition, right? Right, if you ask right can you write මේ වගේ points දෙක තුනක් ලියන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Okay, then this is important, children. What is your part, right? Your contribution to minimize nutritional problems, right? That is important. And definitely there will be a question, right? To explain your, right, contribution to minimize nutritional problems. So write the topic, right? A student's contribution to minimize nutritional problems. How you can contribute, right? How you can help to minimize nutritional problems. What is the first one? Development of knowledge related to nutrition. Right, first you want to possess the knowledge, and also you can aware the society, you can make them aware about the right nutritional status and the value of right nutrition to the society, right? First point, no need to write write paragraphs, you just write point form. Students' contribution to minimize nutritional problems. First point, development of knowledge related to nutrition. Right, then Sakitma, can you read fast? How you can do the development of knowledge related to nutrition? How can you contribute, right, to minimize nutritional problem? That is right one point. How you right contribute to it? Can you read it fast? ඉක්මනට කියවන්න පුළුවන්ද? Development of knowledge related to nutrition.
Possesses a knowledge about the nutritional value of food and to select a well-balanced diet. Students should pay attention to the amount of food that need to be consumed, not less or more, and thereby maintaining an appropriate BMI.
Second point too.
It is very important to take a balanced, healthy diet and to take 3 main meals a day. Paying attention to the food pyramid when selecting the amount of food from each group as necessary per day is important. This was studied in the previous classes.
Right. That thing you know, right? That's mean, right? Always want to have a balanced, healthy meal, right? And right, it's not good to, you must right select food items with nutritional value. පෝෂදායි ආහාර ගන්න හැම වෙලේම, and also you want to maintain right your appropriate BMI. කෙනාගේ වෙනස් වෙනවනේ උසට ගැලපෙන බර හැම වෙලේම right the BMI value is right appropriate. You want to see whether if it is right below the level or above the level, then you want to have precautions. එනම් කරන්න ඕනේ කියන්නේ හැම වෙලේම why it is told right you want to consume not less not more, right? අඩුවෙනුත් නෙවෙයි වැඩිනුත් නෙවෙයි. අඩුවෙන් කෑවත් ප්‍රශ්න, වැඩියෙන් කෑවත් ප්‍රශ්න, right? So want to have appropriate BMI, right? That is the meaning. And the second point, right, preparing the home garden relative to consumption of food, right? ගෙවත්තෙම හදාගෙන කන්න fresh vegetables, right? කියලා කියන්නේ don't, right? Eat always don't, right? It's not good to eat instant food. Want to eat homemade, right, food with fresh vegetables and fruits, right? Then Akesha, can you read it fast? How you contribute to, right, prepare home garden?
Fruits and vegetables would be free of poisonous chemicals and be rich in nutrition.
Why it is
Can
important is
prepare
given.
can prepare a well-balanced diet easily, get used to the habit of recycling organic waste material, adds beauty to your surroundings, spend leisure time productively. Gardening provides the opportunity for physical activity and happiness, economic benefits.
All right, so you want to, right, try to have a, right, home garden relative to consumption of food. ආහාර ගන්න කියන්නේ එළවලු පළතුරු වවන්න ඕනේ කියලා කියන්නේ, right? ආහාර පරිභෝජනයට අදාළව relative to consumption of food want to prepare home garden, right? Not flower, කියන්නේ මල් වත්තක් හදන්න කියන එක නෙවෙයිනේ, right? That's mean want to make a vegetable, right, a garden. Why it is important, that is given. Right, then if when you want to have a, right, home garden, there may be several problems, right? Inadequate space and, right, so although inadequate space is an obstruction to home cultivation, the Agriculture Department of Sri Lanka has introduced many alternative methods for home gardening. Anagolo grade 5 වලදී එක alternative methods, right? You use different methods and you, right, plant some vegetables planted considering the individual's nutritional needs, availability of space and time. Different methods have been introduced. What are they? Growing crops, right? Leaf vegetables in pots and drains, crops like chilies and tomatoes in pots, right? Timberwood trees for the boundary. All right, how you maintain a, right, home garden, that is explained. Then organic manure, how it is, right, created at home, compost bins in urban areas and compost pits in other areas, right? Then how to make a home garden, right? Implementing biogas unit, collecting rainwater and using for gardening, animal farming, how you can make a home garden. Then next point, right, how you contribute as a student, right, to minimize, right, nutritional problems. Then first point, was, right, developing knowledge related to nutrition. Then next one, preparing the home garden relative to consumption of food. Then third point, getting used to indigenous food, right? Always you are ස්වයං කියන දේශීය ආහාර ගන්න කියලානේ, right? Getting used to indigenous food. That's how you contribute to minimize, right, nutritional problems. Then Thessaly, can you read out fast how you get used to indigenous food?
Home gardening helps to add local food to your diet and also to go organic. Harmful chemicals will not get mixed in your food. It is economical too. One way to cut down your risk of ingesting unwanted chemicals from food is to have your food from your own garden, which would be fresh food. Garlic, pandan leaves, karapincha, tamarind, coriander, vinegar are a few natural flavors that we could add to our daily cooking rather than getting used to artificial flavors. Natural flavors add taste to the food, gives a nice appearance and improve the
Appetite.
appetite. Spices have medicinal value and a profound effect on general health.
Right. You know what is right. Deshi ahara කියන්නේ මොනවද කියලා වයි. Right. Why then you right harmful chemicals will not get mixed in your food. Right. කියනවා දැන් හැම දෙයකටම පළතුරු ගත්තත් නෙළවලු ගත්තත් right chemicals are there. That's why they right ask you to make a home garden. Right. Then you can have fresh vegetables and fruits. And if there are right, some problems, precautions are also given, right? How you plant those vegetables, right? And fruits here, then garlic, pandan leaves, rampe, right? Curry leaves, karapincha, tamarind, siambala, kottamalli, coriander, right? Vinagiri, vinegar are few of natural flavors that we could add to our daily cooking, right? Rather than a sauce dana very instead of right using right instant food chemicals, right? We have many indigenous food, right? To have tasty food. That is the meaning, right? Then some natural colors part or even coloring don't use right. They are saying that not to use right chemicals, but you can use right indigenous food right here to make red color, beetroot, blue, right? Blue cutter green, right? Melon skin, right? Kahipitan, yellow mango, orange, white cucumber, right? Asked to use right indigenous food. Then in those ways there are right three main ways of right contribution to minimize nutritional problems as a student. What you can do, right? Developing the knowledge related to nutrition, preparing the home garden relative to consumption of food, and getting used to indigenous food. Okay, then write the right last point. Preparations of food according to the needs of different individuals, right? According to right the age and the right children. If right, if one is at teenage age, pregnant mothers, right? And then patients, right? What is meant by VEGA? Enne same pade vachne pute. After patience, what is that word? කෙනෙක් එක අය අනුව අවශ්‍ය right the status of right nutritional value is different. We understood හැම කියන්නේ පෝෂ්‍ය අවශ්‍ය ප්‍රමාණ වෙනස් වෙනවා කියන එක පැහැදිලිනේ. Then what is the word? ඒ මොකක්ද ඒ වචනේ? VEGANS. How you pronounce that word?
Vegan.
Pronounce it.
Vegan.
Yes, Akesha Kuntiya.
Vegan.
Yes, Sakitma, what is the value? Children, adolescent, you know that. Pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, patients, right? Sportsman, last word. The before the word sportsman, what is the word? Very familiar word to you. Lazy වචනයක් ඒකට දීලා තියෙන්නේ, right? With different spellings. How you pronounce it? කොහොමද කියවන්නේ? Vegans. That is vegans, right? Not vegans, vegans. Vegans means, what is the meaning, Akesha? Vegans? Vegetarians. Vegetarians. Vegans means vegetarians. Right? Then if one is a vegetarian, that we know that, right? Then they don't eat, right? Vegetarians, we can කන්නේ තර මස් මාළු කන්නේ නෑ නිතර nutritional value තියෙන වෙන food items ගන්න ඕනේ. So that food according to the needs of different individuals, right? That is vary according to the right a different individual. So write these words fast. That's mean you can prepare food right in the same manner with the same nutritious value that depend on the individual කියන්නේ පුද්ගලයා අනුව ඒ ඉන්න ස්ටේටස් එකේ ඒජ් එක අනුව වෙනස් වෙනවා. How you prepare the food, right? That's the point. Preparations of food according to the needs of different individuals. What are the different individuals? Children, adolescents, pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, patients, vegans, sportsmen. Right, that's all, children. In right, then Monday when you come to school, you have right grade 10 master guide health book. They are right want to do second term test paper, right? And bring it on Monday. Hope you right you come on Monday. මොකද අනිවාර්යෙන් හැමෝටම එන්න වෙයි. නැත්නම් 6-9 side එක නම් ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණා. මොකද 24 දවසට ළමයි එන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. right ඊළඟ දවසේ exam දවසේ යාළුවෝ ළමයි එනකන් තිබ්බා. ඒ ඩෙස් මේ හෝල් එකේ හදන්නේ නැතුව ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඇවිල්ලා හදන්න කියලා. ඒ නිසා Monday වලට කොහමද ස්කූල් එනවා. Tuesday onwards you have the test, right children? So right Monday we have one period. අන්තිම period දෙක නෙවෙයිනේ. අන්තිම period දෙක අරගෙන right exam හොල හදන්නේ. So right we can do that period. During that period we'll discuss the paper. Right? You just write answers. මොකද class එකේදී යන වෙලාව නෑනේ. We have only one period. මොකද Tuesday right ඔක්කොම ඇවිල්ලා හිටියේ නෑනේ. හැමෝම absent. අපේ ඩබල් පීරියඩ් තිබ්බ දවසේ කවුරුත් ඇවිල්ලා හිටියේ නැහැ. ඒ නිසා අපිට කවර් කරන්න බැරිනේ. නැත්නම් අපි ඩිස්කස් කරන්න තිබ්බ අද පේපර් එක. right? So Monday children bring that paper, bring that book. ඒ පොත අරගෙන එන්න. second paper එක අපි ඩිස්කස් කරමු. right? Okay, then thank you for joining. That's all for today. Good night.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.